Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. So, today we are going to be covering a brand new series, as in Seventh Lord in the Fourth House. Not a brand new series, just a brand new episode in the same series, as I'm losing my mind because I just found out I'm going to be meeting Michael Jordan in a couple of months. I cannot disclose the location. I will disclose it once I'm actually there. Yes, I had to go through a lot of ends and a lot of connections to make it happen, but it's happening. I'm gonna meet my main man, Michael Jordan. So, anyway, today we're gonna be doing seventh lord in the fourth house. What happens when the planet that controls your seventh house in your horoscope is sitting in the fourth house? And obviously, if you do not know where your seventh lord is placed, where your other planetary placements are, your aspects, conjunction, for that, check out the links here and check out my full astrological report, including my books on astrology, conjunctions, and aspects of astrology. So, what is seventh house? Seventh house is a house of marriage, house of legal partnership, business partnership. It's a house of business. It's a house of other people, strangers. Anybody you meet outside is pretty much seventh house. It's the strangers that you meet. Then, if that planet that it was controlling, whose sign that was controlling in the seventh house in your horoscope, if it's sitting in the fourth house, well, what is fourth house? Fourth house is home, happiness, motherhood, conveniencies, mother's nourishment. Mother's nourishment is the number one conveniency. It's people of homeland. It is people of home that love you, cherish you, will vote for you, especially in politics. Fourth house represents home, like a physical home, land. It represents cars and vehicles. Okay, anything that pretty much anything that makes you feel convenient in this life. So what happens is that when seventh lord goes into fourth house, that means the energy of the seventh house is coming to the fourth house. Fourth house energy is not going into the seventh house. And what this shows is that you want to meet a partner, you want to meet a spouse, whether husband or wife, who can bring your homeland to you, who might be from the same homeland, same cultural values, who may actually become part of your family. You want your spouse to adjust to the way that you live in the home, to bring your culture, to adjust to your culture, adjust to your happiness. You want a spouse who will nurture you, who will nourish you, make you feel comfortable at home. No matter if it's a legal partnership, let's say if you get into a legal, like a restaurant partnership with your best friend, and you guys are complete friends. Yet, you would still want that person to be close enough to be part of your family. Like, you don't want a spouse or legal business partnership or even make strange friends who cannot come in your home and be part of your home. You want that homely environment to be active with these people. And here's another thing, because home is represented by the fourth house, and seventh house, which becomes other people, is coming into the fourth house, shows you have a lot of strange people coming in and out of your home. You have a lot of movement in the home with people perhaps you just met. So that's also represented, like a lot of, you may have a home-based business and you have a lot of clients coming. Maybe like you're a psychologist or an astrologer. And so you have a lot of strange people coming in your home. And at the same time, the biggest thing is that you meet your partner in a very family environment. Especially wherever Venus is placed, that's where you actually do meet the way your husband or wife is. But what this shows is that they will come to you in your home to meet you. You want to be in a very familiar, family-oriented, kitchen setting type environment when you meet that other person. And your interaction with your husband or wife, if you notice, will always happen in the kitchen, will always happen in the living room area, where it's all about family. So that's one of the biggest things to come out of it. What this also shows, since seventh lord is 10th from the seventh house, most of the time these people either do home business, real estate business, or a business related to their homeland. Meaning that they deal with people from their own homeland, no matter even if they're in the foreign lands. But mainly it shows that somebody who can have because seventh house is business. Now business is going into the home. So you conduct business from home. Like a lot of people I see, I've had clients where they have these insurance businesses, like they're auto insurance agents, home insurance agents, and you can pretty much do that work from home if you're well established and they do their work from home. So they have strange people calling, strange people coming in their home office environment, and that's how they work. And it also shows, because fourth house represents conveniences and happiness, shows through business dealings, through marriage, you get a lot of conveniences, meaning your spouse is coming to you, meaning your spouse is bringing conveniency into the home. Perhaps after you get married, your spouse buys you a car, buys you a huge home. So they're adding on to that conveniency. Okay, and since fourth house and seventh house are very strong Kendra houses, meaning in Vedic astrology there's something called Kendra houses, the pillar of your chart, the first, fourth, seventh, and 10th house. So when seventh is going into the fourth, the stability is staying stable. Like the stability of your seventh house is finding its security into the fourth house. So it's a pretty strong placement regardless of what planet sits. So let's discuss what each planet does in this scenario and situation. So let's say if Sun controls your seventh house and Sun goes into the fourth house, what this shows is that your spouse or your business partnerships will bring a lot of pride from their own homeland. From wherever they come, they bring a lot of pride into the home. They bring this authoritativeness within your home. Like, you married a spouse, like say you married you're a guy, you married a wife, and that wife comes into the home, she kind of now supersedes your mother's authority. She will supersede your mother's nourishment. Like, she will try to be the real nurturer in your life, in your home. And what this also shows is that your mother was perhaps a business person that took over the role of the father in the home, and was this like leader in the home who provided all the financial security to you through her business activities. Because of the fact Sun represents father, fourth house represents mother. Now father's influence is being molded in the mother's home. So mother's taking over that throne of father. Let's say Moon controls your seventh house. Moon goes into the fourth house, shows that your interaction with other people, your spouse, will be a very active, confident, and aggressive spouse. They won't be about all emotional emotional nourishment. They'll be more about physical security, physical nourishment. They'll be like, let me make you happy by cooking something for you. Let me make you happy by cleaning your home. So they'll be very active. Their emotional connection to you will be through physical activities within the home. Cleaning the home, decorating the home, cooking in the home, perhaps doing laundry and all of these things. That's the kind of spouse you'll get. You may not get the emotional security from them or that emotional bondage like you would get if Moon was in Cancer, but here it'll be more of a physical security that, okay, I have this person in my home who is able to do all these things for me. And they're very aggressive. Their mind is very aggressive, they're very active. Like, they want everybody to be busy in the home. So in a way, it kind of gets in a way, it kind of becomes irritating for this native who have this placement, because after marriage, the spouse will always want to be active with them. Okay. However, because fourth house is the house of Moon, the sign of Cancer, the ghost of Cancer is in the fourth house, and Moon is there is going to be security, of course. There's going to be calm, quiet moments, but majority of the time, when somebody asks you about them, the emotional part will be overshadowed by this activities within the home. Let's say if Mercury controls your seventh house, Mercury goes into the fourth house, shows that your spouse is going to bring a lot of communication within the home. They're going to perhaps even bring their own business skills into the home. Within the home, you're going to have a lot of intellectual conversation, a lot of philosophical and artistic conversation within the home. The communication between you and your spouse, between you and your legal partnership, will be a very communicative, soothing, pleasant, place to be in. Like, your communication with them will be about, singing, dancing, arts, poetry, philosophical, intellectual, conversation. So that's what happens with Mercury. Let's say if Venus controls your seventh house, goes into the fourth house, Shows that your spouse brings a lot of happiness, conveniency, and artistic expression into the home. Your spouse will actually help you make your home a beautiful place. Will bring a lot of vehicles and conveniency into your life because Venus is a karaka, significator of cars and conveniencies. It also shows that your spouse will have this great feminine artistic expression into the home. Even if they're a guy, let's say you're a wife and you married a husband with this kind of a placement, that husband will bring artistic expression in the home. There'll be a lot of love in the home, like a lot of passion, love, beauty that will come in the home. You will perhaps go into the business of women. You might be conducting the business of things related to women from the home. Perhaps you have a jewelry shop online and you're doing business of jewelry, women's clothing, you can be a female psychologist working from home. But it shows that a lot of activities in the home will involve a lot of women or a lot of feminine energy in your life. Let's say if Mars controls your 7th house, goes into the 10th house, shows that your business could be related to real estate. There's a lot of aggression, a lot of power struggle regarding real estate and land. And especially your interaction with the opposite sex in marriage will be very masculine. And there'll be a lot of power struggle about who's going to take over, who's going to be the general of the house. This also shows that your mother was a very strict disciplinarian and a lot of power struggle with the mother on behalf of your interaction with the other people. Meaning that mother only approved of people that she was able to bring home versus what you wanted. Your mother wanted to have you marry someone else. You wanted to marry someone else, and that power struggle happened. But in that power struggle, you got your way, and because of that, you now bought a very aggressive, very motivating spouse. Now, this doesn't mean that you're going to fight with your spouse. Your spouse here could be this motivator within the home. She could be saying that, hey, you want to do real estate investments, real estate business, let's do it. I'll help you. So they will bring this like real estate energy within you because Mars is lands. 4th house is home and land, and Mars is real estate. So there's a lot of activities within the home. You may actually increase your investments with this placement of Mars, but just watch out for that power struggle. But that power struggle could be a good power struggle because your spouse could bring really good ethics in the home regarding activities, regarding physical activities, regarding determination and willpower. Let's say Jupiter controls your 7th house and Jupiter goes into the 4th house. What this shows is that your spouse or your business partnership with anyone will bring a lot of financial security in the home because Jupiter is what? Jupiter is finance. Jupiter is money. It's a significator of money because it controls the 2nd, 5th, 9th, and 11th house. So wherever Jupiter plays or whatever house it rulership, wherever it goes, is bringing the energy of these 4 houses into the house that it's placed. So here it shows that your spouse will bring a lot of financial security in the home. They will bring a lot of religious and spiritual activities within the home. Perhaps you married somebody who wants to go to church every Sunday, who wants to have certain prayers, yagnas, havans, in the home. Like there are a lot of people, including my own uncle in India, who has like havans every other week. So you might get a spouse with those kind of activities. And your spouse will be this guiding light in the home. Like whenever you run into any problem, your kids run into any problem, they'll be the one who will be able to advise you and everybody else in the home. What this shows, perhaps your mother was in the financial banking sector. Your mother was in the food industry. Your mother was a spiritual guidance to other people and she guided people within the home. Like people came in home for her advice. Same thing happened with your spouse. Because remember, your spouse, as much as you want to counter argue, your spouse is a reflection of your mother. Because of the fact you had so much interaction with your mother growing up, that you picked a spouse that would become a reflection of your mother. Because there's a 4th house involved in this. There's a 7th house of marriage and partnership, and the 4th house of mothers and emotion involved in this. So you're looking for somebody who can fulfill that gap or fulfill that place of your mother in the home. So remember that. Like you're looking for somebody who will be that guiding light in the home to become this new mother for you. Whether you're a masculine person, masculine female, feminine man or feminine woman. You want somebody to be the guiding light in the home. And it also shows that after marriage, your home might expand. They might come and say, let's extend the home, or you might buy a new home. So it's a very positive placement to have for marriage prospects and business prospects. Saturn controls the 7th house. Saturn goes into the 4th house, shows you may get a spouse who's obviously mature in age, but that spouse will bring a lot of discipline in the home, will bring a lot of organization in the home. Like, let's say you're a messy person. You married somebody with this kind of a placement, they'll come and fix your life, or they will leave you. If they're not able to fix you and not able to put discipline in you, not able to put organization skills in you, structure in you, they will walk away, because Saturn here requires that in the home. The home environment will be very neat and clean, and everything will kind of look like a museum in a way. But they will bring a lot of structure, a lot of stability, a lot of maturity within the home. However, this is a very good placement in order for you to sustain the married life. Why? Because anytime Saturn rules the 7th house and it's in a Kendra house or in a very good position, shows that this person that you're going to marry is going to bring a long-lasting union in the home, long-lasting structure, because marriage is not all fun and games. Marriage is not all about vehicles, money, finance, guidance. No, it's about the real things in the world, the real situations in the world that you deal with. And that's what this Saturn is going to bring. So there's a lot of positive things if you want to get out of it. Or if you just want to have that romantic honeymoon time period with your spouse, this Saturn is not going to last, because those periods don't last. There's always ups and downs, ups and downs. But with Saturn, it keeps that steady, that line steady of those ups and downs. So it's a very good home environment. Okay, somebody could be a real estate builder with this, especially if Mars is in conjunction with Saturn, or Mars aspect Saturn from its 4th aspect. Somebody could buy and sell real estate through the help of spouse, and your spouse could become a business partner with you in a real estate venture. Okay, so guys, this is my analysis of the 7th Lord in the 4th house. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And if you want to know where your planetary placements are and all the astrological details and secrets, for that, check out the links here and check out my book and my full astrological report. Otherwise, we'll see you next time with video on wealth and becoming rich, or 7th Lord in the 5th house. Otherwise, see you later. Bye-bye.